I got this Echo trimmer. It's a hedge trimmer, but this is going to apply to hedge trimmers, weed eaters, whatever 2-cycle engines you have. And this came from a large landscaping company, and there's a story behind it. One of the employees used this and was in a rush and put regular gas in here. So he burned up the piston, burned up the cylinder wall, and had to do something about that. So they went ahead and instead of just ordering the cylinder wall and the piston, they got the whole engine because it was just a little bit more. So they put the engine on there, put it all back together, and this thing is basically brand new. They just got it, paid $460 for it. The engine cost them $129, and they thought they'd just put that on and off they'd go. Well, they put that on and it'll only run on choke now, they said. So I got it, and I'm going to walk you through with me to try to figure out what's wrong with this. They couldn't figure it out. They worked on it, and finally gave up and said, can you look at it and see if you can come up with something? So let's do it. Well, first let's go ahead and see if we can get it started. Primer bulb is full. Pushing fluid. Switch it on. Well, that's not very encouraging. Yeah, move the choke lever and it won't run. They actually told me they did a hedge trimming job running it on choke. So, and I don't know how they did that, but I'm not getting anything out of this. I got the choke off now. They also said that they took the carburetor off, took it all apart, made sure everything was clean, the screen was clean, nothing, no blockage. And like I said, this thing's new, so, and obviously we've got fire. So I'm going to walk through the simplest steps first and see if we can figure out what's wrong, and hopefully it'll get this going and help you. First thing I like to do is check the fuel. Look in the tank. Make sure there's no water in the fuel. Put a little bit in a glass jar. And if there's water in there, this will be separated. And I don't see any separation at all. So that looks okay. Just to show you what it looks like if you do have water in your fuel. You can probably see the line there. The fuel's on top, the water's on the bottom. And you don't need to take this much out. But if you just put a little bit in a glass jar, if you got water, your machine's not going to run. And you want to change that out. You want to get fresh fuel in your tank. Next thing I'm going to do is check the fuel filter. My handy hemostat, grab the fuel line, pull it out, and they did say that they cleaned the filter, and there it is. Looks like the end's off it, but the screen's still on there. Just to make sure that that's open, I'm going to pull the line off at the carburetor and blow on it. Make sure that's not clogged. And now that I've blown that through, I'm going to suck on it. I'm not recommending you do this. It's just what I do. I just want to make sure this is open and not clogged. So that's not our problem, even though that's not right. We'll hook that back up. Put that back down at the bottom of the tank. And another thing that can create problems is this vent line. You want to make sure your vent's not clogged. So I'm going to pull this off. And actually, I'm going to try to start it without this on. And I want to make sure this line's not clogged. I'm just blowing in it. You have to pull the cap off, otherwise you'll create pressure in there. So the line's not clogged. Let's go ahead and try to start it and see if that'll fix this. Switch on. Prime it. Choke on. Choke halfway. It just doesn't seem like it's pulling fuel. Now, one thing that seems a little odd to me on this is this purge or primer bulb. It just seems like it's pulling gas, but it's also pushing air, so I'm going to make sure they hook this up right. We know the black line is the fuel supply line because we pulled the filter out, and that was on the black line. So it should be pulling fuel through this black line and then out and back into the tank. So I'll go ahead and try it without this on and just make sure that they hook these lines up right. We got nothing. Oh. And because of that, I'm going to switch this over. Aha! Look at that! They had those lines backwards, which would explain I could get a little fuel in the carburetor, probably pulling through this purge line, the return line, and it'd burn off from the carburetor, and then it wasn't pulling any more through the filter. Let's see if that fixes our problem. Choke on. That's a nice firm bulb now too. Look at that. Beautiful. Switch on. But it won't throttle up. There's two adjustment screws. The high side, that little brass hole right in there. I don't know if you can see that. And the low side, we seem okay on the low side. But that adjustment's right there. There's limiter caps on those. And I'll show you how to get those off so we can adjust this carburetor. Now they just asked me to see if I could find out what's wrong because they know how to work on this equipment somewhat, and obviously just had an oversight there. But I'm going to go ahead and remove those limiter caps and just try to fine tune it a little bit and let them take care of the rest. But what I do, I don't have the tool. There's an extraction tool that you can get to take those plastic caps off. But I just take heat from my little propane tank. Light that up and heat up. This is a little glasses screwdriver. Very, very handy. And it fits right in the hole. So I heat the tip of that up. Just takes 10 seconds. Get it glowing red. Probably can't see it in the day. There you go. See that? And then you just stick it in the hole. And I hold it there for about 30 seconds. You can feel it sink in. There's a plastic cap in there. And after 30 seconds, I just turn it and pull. And there you go. That cap pops right out. We'll do the same thing with the top, the low side. It's right in, this is a barrel type carburetor. It's right in the middle. Some people say these are hidden, and they kind of are. But I'll do the same thing, heat that up. I hold it right in the center. After it melts in, just turn it. I turn it counterclockwise, or sometimes both ways. And then slowly pull it out. And now I can get at the adjustment screws. I haven't done this one yet, but this is a flathead screwdriver, and this is locked in now. I can adjust that. So I'm having a hard time throttling up. I'm going to go ahead and start it up and adjust that and see if we can get it to throttle up. Little bonus tip for you. Well, I couldn't get that adjusted right, as you could hear. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. And even though I can pull air through it, I do see some dirt in there. And maybe that's restricting it a little bit. So let's try that without that and see if that allows us to get it running nice. Now watch, I'll put this back on, and it won't want to throttle up. You have to wait for the tank to lose all the air, and then it'll pop up. Air into the tank so that the gas in the tank can pull into the carburetor. If you block this off, then there's no air to pull the fuel into the carburetor. So while this is running, it's not getting enough air, and over time, it'll choke it off. See that? I can't throttle up now. Now I'll pull this off. I was pulling air. How about that? They actually had two problems. If this video is a help to you, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I look forward to helping you with other projects online.